Whiskey Tango Victor, welcome to the vehicle again. So last time we went through this. This is a modular based first aid kit that I do keep in my vehicle. That's what I got it from. Nice and visible, nice and bright to any passers-by, to any members of the public. It's a first aid kit. Brilliant, all good, good. Obviously you're going through water. I won't go through this because hopefully you've seen the other one. So this is going to be about vehicle based first aid kits. I won't go through my whole theory. Watch last time, so watch below. Mark will put some links in for my other clip where we go through this vehicle. I just go through all my theory about vehicle first aid kits. This is my other vehicle first aid kit. Okay, it's the medium system. So this is one I've obviously built myself. Big number one recognizable difference is it's a bag that I had lying around. It's a black bag in a black vehicle. Like, to all intents and purposes, this could be any kind of grab bag, go bag, tactical bag, whatever bag. This bag is made by StatPack. StatPack do make EMS designed bags that I find particularly useful, particularly attractive, and it's my go-to if I want a standard non-tactical medical bag. I normally go to StatPacks, only because they're built to last. They're really solid, and they're practical. We'll go through this one. I've got no idea which one this is, so if you want me to give details, it's the Type G5 and it's located, mate, it's a StatPack bag. I don't know if they even make these type anymore. I'm pretty sure they do. It's a short, stubby, multi-compartmentalized bag that I had lying around because I had lots of them, that I've converted into a medium medical pack. And it's, again, this isn't going to be, this is a vehicle based one because it's fucking heavy, like, you know, heavy full of shit that's mostly on it, but I'm going to be in a vehicle. This is what makes it a vehicle first aid kit. It's the fact it's big and fucking chunky and heavy, and therefore I want to keep them a vehicle. Notably, I have made some because when I want to grab something, obviously I want to make sure that I know it's a medical bag. Other than having dedicated colours, codings on here, and basically I couldn't afford a new bag, so I went for the black. I just made some small details so I can see that this is my medical bag. It's the handle, so I can grab it. So it's a basic bag. I'm pretty shit when it comes down to remembering stuff, so and once again we went through that modular system. People other than myself might use this kit. It's this one's slightly modified. As I said before, first aid kit is all about your scope of practice. It's all about your scope of experience and your qualification to use that stuff. Like, I'd say 99% of people out there, first aid pack, you just need that green one. You just need bandages and dressings and a little bit of flushy, a little bit of snippy, just in case you get some bitey. Look, you know, it's first aid. First aid, even as an advanced paramedic, you know, 99% of the shit I do is basic first aid, sticking dressings on people. So there's stuff in here that I keep. It's a vehicle based, that makes it just a little bit more funky, but we'll go through that in a second. As you can see, modularized, in fact, that I do have these very basics just stuck on here, and I'll just write on what's going to go in there. These are modular base, pancake straps on there. So once again, what's my number one thing? I just don't like opening stuff and shit falling out. So as a basic design, half neck is black, and it's hard to see in the dark. It's got stuff in that I want to go to straight away. Okay, so we'll start off. I'm not going to go into this bag stuff. So other than the fact that if you're going to have a reliable bag, you know, YKK zippers are a must, because once you get out of the kind of porta pack bag that you're going to come and go, it's cheap and cheerful. If you want a bag that's going to go out the vehicle, maybe you are going to go camping, maybe you are going to go this. I've been across the plains with this. I've been out in the woodlands with this for 5 to 7 days. That's the type of bag that I want. That's the type of equipment range I want into it. It does get carried, so although it's a vehicle-based first aid kit, I do have the ability to wear it and man pack it around. Solid straps. You got your adjustments and pads on here as well, so you can actually hike up to someone if someone is in danger, or if someone has called you to help them. Then obviously if you can't bring the casualty to the first aid kit, then you take the first aid kit to the casualty. So I like to think of it slightly rational, as to I like to grab stuff that I'm going to grab first of all. Headlight, okay, nothing fancy. We operate in the dark, don't we? Silent nightsticks are great, but if you want to be treating someone and examining someone and finding out what's going on, you need light. So I put stuff I need straight off all the time actually in the top here. First aid kit, this is just a basic first aid kit. Sometimes I don't want to go through like 1,000 different things. Sometimes I just need to grab something, or if I am responding to someone who is out there, or I have to give something to someone just for basic first aid. Like, it's well labelled, it's a first aid kit. It's really small and compact, and it's just got about little bits of everything. It's got some stingies in it, it's got some dressings in it, it's got some, you know, some squirty in the woundy or the eye. So it is what it is. It is what it says on the label. It's just your basic first aid pack that I can just grab without getting too funky or anything like that. That's what's in the top here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I keep a basic life support guide with me as well. That's not necessarily for me, but it's for other people that might want to use this and might have issues. Now, the first thing I'm going to do when I'm going to use this bag is I'm going to open it up. This is my second part of the bag. Once again, you might be attending someone on the roadside. As I said before, wasn't just 3-4 weeks ago, I stopped because someone got knocked off a motorcycle in front of me, so I stopped. Vehicle safety. Okay, no matter what country you operate in, D for danger is always up there. You can go for your D for danger, you can go for your size up seen, any which way you like it. Number one, you want to be seen. You want to be seen by other types of people, maybe on the road. You also want to come across as you're the first aider. Like, as such, I keep this vest in here. It's my grab all. So if first thing I do, second thing I do, first or second thing I do, either put gloves on and put my high vis on, because I want to be seen. I don't want to be knocked off by some loon that's just trying to cut the traffic. Because let's face it, when there is an accident on the road, there is a tailback, and there are some fucking unsociable cunts out there that just don't like fucking waiting in the cars for 5 seconds. Screw the injured person. I've had people just try to run me over because screw that person, like they shouldn't have been doing what they're doing anyway, and they're like 5 minutes away from their fucking coffee soy latte shit that they want to get back to because it might get cold. So that's great. That's why I wear my high vis. Secondary, like I said, always have a backup. It's my silent nightstick, so just in case I have inadvertently left my battery on or I haven't checked it. Yeah, number one, Silum's going to work out. It also works out as a marker as well. You can snap and drop this, and it gives you that other type of perimeter safety that people can see you. So it's a marker, and it can also be used as you basically, in really dire situations, you can use this as your examination tool. Modular wise, as I keep on saying, you want to keep the things that are going to really work quite close to you. So in the last system we used, they had some nice funky colours, had some nice uniform type of modules, brilliant to go for. Okay, these are modules that I get these from Planetac. So Planetac, I'm sure Mark will put some links down the bottom as to where most people know what Planetac does. They make some pretty funky stuff. It's reliable gear. Once again, YKK zippers. I know it's just a small pack, it's carryable. Okay, there's a space in here if I did want to put on there. Basically, I've denoted what it is. Not necessarily for me, but like I said before, I might be the person that's injured, and I want people to grab the right gear first time rather than just grabbing 1,000 different things that aren't going to make any fucking use whatsoever. First aid is what it says on the kit. So this is my first aid. This is my Snakebite kit. Okay, it's not going to be the same as the one I just showed you in the modular form. Now, this is just a printout. Like I said, this is going to be used for my family. I might be the one that's been bitten by the snake, and I might not be in a fit state to be able to guide people how to put on a pressure immobilization bandage. We'll go through pressure immobilization bandages at a later date, probably out in the field somewhere where I can show you how to do it. It's not rocket science. It's a really easy technique. It will save your life. I think recent studies, if you've been bitten by a tiger snake, which is a fucking toxic snake, you can be bitten by a tiger snake, fully envenomated, and it will keep you asymptomatic for up to 5 hours. That means you don't suffer any symptoms of having been bitten by a snake. That's good shit, okay? But it's got to be done properly. Gloves. I keep my gloves in here as well. I keep gloves in a lot of places, but one of the places I keep gloves is in my Snakebite kit. Good quality compression bandages. These are military grade ACE bandages, tactical medical solutions, but high compression, which means you're going to get maximum, look at the size of it, you're going to get maximum coverage from the limb, and you're going to get maximum compression because it's a good quality elasticated compression bandage, not your cheap shit you find in most of your first aid kits. But if that's what you got, that's what you got. It works. So I've got 3 of those. I've got my shears. These are just basic cheap shears because the ones that I reviewed before that I love, which are the Leatherman ones, they're fucking expensive, so I'm not going to carry more than one of those. This is just good enough for snipping open limbs, examining the wound to see if I can see where this next bite has occurred. Once again, hypothermia does kill people. This is going to keep someone warm. Someone's going to be in shock if they've been bitten by a snake. That's all there is to it. So you're going to keep someone warm, and you're also going to use this as a reflective and maybe a signal gear if we are out in the woods and we do need to signal for either the hello or the rescue crew to come and find us. Reflective silver is always a good thing to have. 2 triangular bandages, that's all I keep. For use for slings, or you can use to immobilize a lower limb. That's basically it. I'm not going to teach you how to do first aid. I'm just going to teach you what's going to be in my kit. So that's my Snakebite kit. Pop that in there. I'll get through this module last of all. This is my diagnostics module sitting at the bottom here. I'll go through that last because it's going to take some explaining. On the side here, okay, major trauma. This is my upside down major trauma element to my kit. Once again, clamshell opening. As I said before, so this is the serious end of stuff. This denotes my scope because I'm a bit more trained and experienced in using this gear than some other people. This is what I like about this stat pack stuff. Once again, you open it up, it's all there. You've got these nice mesh pockets, you've got these YKK zips. More compression bandages. For trauma, you need compression bandages like that. Direct pressure, we can use this to either stuff a wound, pack a wound, stuff a wound, and wrap it up afterwards. I've got some more compressible bandage, so this bandage will be for packing wounds, for open wounds, gunshot wounds, not only hopefully dealing with many of those on the suburbs of Perth. Trauma dressing. This is a Israeli trauma dressing. I also prefer the Olays, so either Olays or the Israeli. It's good. Another cheap and cheerful compression bandage. In here on the other section, we've got some. There you go. That's the Olay bandage. That's comparatively different from your Israeli bandage. Other than that, we've got my tourniquet. Now, yes, spot the error. This is this is in here. This should be opened up. So, if you watch my other videos, I should have the tourniquet should be ready to go. So, this tourniquet should be opened up and ready. So, once you need a tourniquet, you often need a tourniquet in a hurry. So that's my tourniquet in there. The other thing I've got here is hemostatic agent. So there's some hemostatic agent here. This is called Bleed Solve Hemostatic Gauze. It works on a funky sodium basis and cellulite basis. So it's similar to Celox in its formation. Not so much quick clot, but I carry some of this in here as well. Because that's all part of major trauma, isn't it? That's your major trauma compartment. We'll just do that up. This is the ability of having good quality zips, slinging it around. This is the minor trauma and dressings. SAM splint. So these SAM splints are really useful for splintage. Amongst other things in here. Then what else have I got? I've got just some Springo spray for the kids if they get bitten by an ant. This is my favourite go-to. So this is my iodine dressings. Sorry, my iodine lavage and cleaning. I think iodine works really well on stuff like gram-negative bacteria. They're really good. Unless you're allergic to it, it's really good for cleaning out wounds. Some steri strips. Lots of different versions of the steri strips. There's another reflective blanket there, hypothermic blanket. There's some Fleximol dressing that I can cut to shape, triangular bandages. In here, more light sticks and just various dressings. I've also got a notepad here, which is a pre-formatted, it's Write in the Rain notepad. It basically just gives me just some prompts. It's just a medical funky anal version of a Write in the Rain pad, just so I can start taking details of what's been going on. So that's all great, and then we'll cut and we'll go to my other module inside. So this other module, once again, it's a stat pack module. This opens up, and basically in here I've got my diagnostics and instruments. So I've got pulse oximeter in here, I've got a thermometer in here, I've got a sphygmometer in here. So it means I can take a bit more of the basic. Once again, as I said before, it's got to be down to your scope of practice. I'm qualified to use all this shit. Some of you guys aren't. You're not going to be carrying a sphig or a blood pressure cuff around with you if you don't know how to use it. Basic thermometers, well, yeah, anyone can use those. So that's probably something you can be used in your first aid kit. Other things here, I've got just more dressings and some medications. I've got some medications in there. Antihistamines mainly, so if someone does get bitten, someone does come up with rash, there are antiemetics in there as well, and some tummy stuff. It's not for use in the general public. I'm not going to be using this module on other people. This is my family module just in case. Instruments range from BP handles to scalpel handles to forceps, and some grips, some slips and grips, basic dressings, and there's additional dressings up here. All fits up nicely into a module that sits at the bottom of my bag once again. So this is my medium size module, and I'll review the big daddy of them all in my next episode. So if you like this channel, just go down, subscribe, click the thumbs up, show us you like it, make some comments, tell us what you like in your first aid kits. This is by far not the be all and end all of first aid kits. As I said before, they should be scoped to your practice, they should be scoped to your environment. Everyone's got different needs. If I was going on a slightly longer version, I'll be carrying more bits and pieces. So thank you very much for listening, thanks very much for showing your support, and until next time, till the next show, let's go.